Want someone else to do my job? Okay, I'll get someone else to do your job. To reduce recognizability, I'll avoid details as much as possible. TL, doctor at the bottom. I work as third-level support for a company that develops and provides software for a business area that's quite heavily regulated. A lot of our development efforts go to just keeping up with new and changing laws. Also, the software, while being mainly used for one purpose, usually in one way or the other gets used throughout the whole company using it. So with bigger companies, they sometimes have multiple departments, each only supporting parts of the software in-house, basically each department of the company having their own in-house tech support for our software. So with this one customer, they have one main support team, containing, but not led by the CTO of the company, for our software, and each department has their own sub-team who answer to the head of the main team. As always, New Year's had brought new laws and regulations. Especially in one department, an up-to-now optional feature became mandatory by law starting January 1, 2023. Mind you, the information about the new law was public in February 22, and our software supports this feature since the middle of 21. So enough time to configure, test and move to production with it, right? Unfortunately, as it's an extremely technical topic, I'm currently the only person in our company's support team with in-depth knowledge. We're working on changing that, but not everyone who works in support has a background deeply rooted in software development, so it takes time. Well, starting January, this one subdepartment, basically a one-man show, as it's a rather small department at the customer, started sending support tickets. This isn't working with the new feature, that isn't working with the new feature, and so on. 7 tickets total, all highest priority, because it's an error message and we're legally required to use it. Each and every one of the tickets, I answered them the exact passage of the manual where they could read up that exact error message, explaining how it's a missing configuration on their end and exactly, with screenshots, what to configure. These configurations are not part of any kind of support plan we offer, so work on these tickets is a pay-by-hour thing for the company. Never got any reply to them, so consider them done with that. Well, I guessed wrong. I got another highest priority support ticket today stating it's not working. Obviously, I asked if the configurations I sent over in the other tickets have been done, to which I get the reply, how should they know, they're just back from a multi-week vacation. I politely replied that he should check those configurations, and to not cost them unnecessary money, I would hold off working on that ticket until he checked them. The reply I received to that basically stated that he found it very audacious that there are now 8 open highest priority requests about that topic, and the company I worked at haven't moved a finger in the month since they were submitted, and that he demands I hand over those tickets to someone else in our support team, who actually wants to do our job, or he will escalate the issue to the main team. Now, you should know that this customer is one of our biggest clients, so their requests inherently get slightly higher priority on our side, and also we know that they generally, with a few black sheep obviously, have a very good in-house team, so the team is pretty liberal at routing their technical requests through to me. Because of that, I get to work a lot with their main team who handles those technical issues, and the bigger the installation, the more troublesome. They enjoy working with me so much that for the past half year or so we've been on a first-name basis when communicating, including the CTO. An information that obviously hadn't reached this poor soul yet. So, to spare him the work of escalating the issue, according to process I wrote a formal escalation mail, using first names, petty, I know, to the lead of their main team, as well as my team lead CCing the guy from the sub-team, informing them about all the highest priority tickets, including detailed information since when the feature is available, when the information about it becoming mandatory by law was publicized, and when it became mandatory, compiling the answers from all the tickets into one, and also sending an official, detailed by ticket, offer with which they could purchase service from us to do those configurations for them. I also included a letter from our legal team that every customer had received about half a year ago, that we are not liable for any damages they incur by not testing the feature before the legal date. About an hour later, I got a formal answer from one of their main team that the configurations I sent have been implemented and every issue has been resolved. The feature works as intended, thanking me for bringing to their attention that they were behind on that topic, followed half a minute later by an informal mail informing me that I don't need to worry. The next person to submit tickets on behalf of that one-person department should be much more professional. And the moral of the story, don't try to threaten with authority you don't have. Story 2. I've been through 10 cans of electronics duster just this month. Seeing a burning receipt printer here yesterday, I thought I'd share mine. Almost 30 years ago, I got suckered into supporting the point-of-sale system at a video rental place. The owner was my old high school geology teacher, but the real HOK was that my stoner brother was the new assistant manager there, so I'd be getting calls for help regardless of whether I was being paid for them or not. Around 6 months after agreeing to support them, I get a call at my day job from the owner, saying that the receipt printer smells funny. I ask him to elaborate. Owner, you know how when you wear a coat around a campfire, and then, even though it's been washed, you'll still occasionally catch whiffs of smoke? Me, you need to unplug the printer and send the coat to a dry cleaner. I'll be over tonight. That evening, with an anxious owner leaning over my shoulder, I pop the printer open. The cause of the smell was easy enough. Me, the problem is all this fluff. The paper rubs on the metal guides here, and it builds up here, on the parts that get hot, so you have to clean it out once in a while. I pulled the roll of paper out, picked up a can of electronics duster still conveniently located right next to the register from when I'd had the exact same conversation with the manager just over 3 months previous, and give the printer a nice quick spritz. Me, popping the paper back in. There you go. Fixed. Owner, how often does that need to be done? Me, once a week? I suggested the manager add it to his opening duties on Monday last time I was here, guess he forgot. 2 months later I was out to have a look at a flickering monitor, loose VGA cable, and gave the whole thing a once-over. The keyboard has crumbs in it, so I pick up the can of duster, still conveniently located right next to the register, and nothing. Oh, wait. There's a case of them right here underneath the counter, and there's even a couple of cans left in it. I grab a can out, start cleaning the keyboard, and get interrupted by the clerk grabbing it from my hand. Clerk, dude. We've only got 2 cans left to last the week. Me, a can should last you months. What the hell have you been doing with them? So he shows me. He opens the printer, removes the paper, and sprays away at nothing in particular for almost a minute. Clerk, and we gotta do that every time we change the paper or it catches fire. Jerry got burned and went to the hospital when he forgot once. Me, I should have gotten a call if this had caught fire, and who the hell is Jerry? Clerk, some guy that used to work here, like years ago, I dunno. I tell the clerk that he doesn't need to dust the printer ever again and call the owner to ask him about Jerry, a printer fire, and a possible hospital visit. He's never employed a Jerry, the printer has never caught fire, and the last workers' comp case he had was an idiot that thought he should climb the shelves and do a King Kong impression. Owner, still, I've been through 10 cans of electronics duster just this month? That SHT's like $3 a can. Me, yeah. According to the label on the box it was only delivered 3 weeks ago. Owner, are you sure they're not huffing it or something? I mean, I hire a lot of my students, and it's not like I teach AP classes. Look for teeth marks on the nozzles. No teeth marks. What actually happened was somehow stupider than teenagers huffing. See, he told the manager to clean it on Monday, and that's where a game of stoner telephone started. The manager forgot to do it the very first time he was supposed to and told my brother to do it at close. So my brother did, every night, until one night when he felt lazy and asked a clerk to do it for him. And then the 5 part-time clerks played telephone amongst themselves, eventually leading to them cleaning it every time they put in a new roll of paper, and with increasing amounts of duster every time.